knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
You took a lot from him. And gave me the worst day of my life. So sure as shit you weren't getting away with just a stabbing. And the nice thing is I'm not a fucking cult. So I can do whatever the fuck I want to you.
Trying to shoot me, is that it?
Oh no. At least not right away. You'd like that though, just to get it done and over with, huh? Since you're not afraid of death. And here you said you'd be singing. Mm-hmm. And here you said that you weren't afraid of death. And yet you literally changed your outfit.
I didn't change it for you.
No. Who'd you change it for?
Doesn't matter. You like to know.
I mean, we're gonna spend a lot of time together.
Oh, I can't wait.
So what's your beef with the fucking marshals? Like, I don't care. Except you did hurt two of the only good ones, but I just want to know what got you so riled up with them.
If you don't care, why should I tell you?
Because you hurt the two only good ones, which would be Hannah and Leopold.
I don't know who Leopold is.
Leopold King? He's got a mustache. It's pretty, familiar. Okay, well, you touched Hannah after she'd just been fucking shotgunned by the fish.
Not my problem.
I'm wanting to know why you do it.
Since we're spending so much time together, I guess, maybe I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
How is Alice doing, by the way?
He's doing great. No thanks to you. How'd you and Will start working together?
I met him in St. Denis. Whatever business he had with Alice was none of mine, so...
You just decided to work together?
We were looking for the same person, so it worked out.
It's pretty convenient. What's your horse's name?
My name's Sally.
Sally as in S-A-L-L-Y? So, like I said, we've got a lot of time together. Why don't you tell me why you're going after the marshals?
Like I said, wouldn't you like to know?
I would. That's why I'm asking.
I don't have to tell you anything.
Okay, I mean, you can just tell me with a gun to your head.
Oh, then it'll be over, and then you won't have all that time you want to spend with me. Miss Hope.
Here's the thing. He didn't hurt you. He turned you in and you already got right out. You tried to kill him. So that score is not settled. At least not in my books, and I intend to settle it. You didn't want to take that duel. Why? Because you're a coward?
No, because they're not worth my time.
Oh, I'm not.
Mm-mm.
Am I worth your time now?
I mean, I don't have much of a choice now, do I?
Hmm. What was that noise for?
It's just strange, you know. Used to be governor, shacking up with a cult.
Oh, so strange. Wouldn't you like to know the progression of that?
I don't really care. You can be with whoever you like.
I'm interested though, because you did not give me the I'm going to go around and try to murder people feeling when you were taking my quiz. So how the hell did that happen?
I wasn't ready to share because when I came around the cults, I was actually thinking pretty normally. It was just
So you're
recently
thinking.
that I started.
So you're thinking abnormally now.
I guess you could call it that.
I want your opinion on it. Do you think you're thinking abnormally?
I think I was doing work that I wanted to do personally.
Work that you wanted to do.
I had my reasons for it. But I just now started talking to someone and I haven't really been out hunting recently. But I'm sure you're probably going to put it into that.
Put it into what? You got a coat on your horse?
Mm-hmm. Why do you care? You're bringing me up here to kill me, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe leave you to die. But I'm not going to outright kill you. I mean, in reality, I'd like to just pry each fingernail off one by one with my knife. But see, I'm not Tobias Plimp.
It's not the first time I would have been tortured, so I'm not really scared.
Because you're not done until you've hit every marshal, right?
Like I said, I'm not hunting right now, so...
You're not hunting. So you're content.
For now.
Like I said, I intend to settle this score because you denied me a duel.
My Carl wasn't with you, it was with Alice, and after I shot him, it was...
No.
So I know.
Then you brought me into the quarrel. You really think that I would have just let you get away with shooting the person that I love? that you didn't immediately put a target on your back when you shot him. Not only that, but worked with Will.
I don't know why you're all so concerned about Will.
Why? Because he also wanted to hurt Ellis. How's your stab wound from Vander doing? You know, are you laying on it right now? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine.
Yeah. Good to know.
I didn't tell you that it hurts.
No. I'm just wondering because, you know, you brought up Ellis and, you know, how's he healing? And I remembered Vander came out and immediately stabbed you.
Which really seemed pretty tame. Really thought he was gonna shoot me in the head, but he didn't.
I'm sure you wanted to.
So you're not a cult, you just are around the cults 24/7.
Mm-hmm. No belt buckle. And who knows, maybe I don't hurt you today. Maybe. Depends on how willing you are to talk and make deals.
What kind of deal would I make with you?
That you don't go after anyone I care about ever again.
That's funny. I actually had a conversation just like that with somebody today.
Probably because you're making a lot of enemies. I can tell you're not doing yourself any favors. I'm sure you know this cabin. Rarely anyone comes out here, so we won't be interrupted. I'm going to adjust it so that you can sit tied. No, I would suggest not trying anything funny. Just go ahead and have a seat. Actually, I'm going to leave these outside.
Would you like to talk about Miss Holt?
Why are you going after the marshals? Regardless of whether or not you're hunting right now.
They haven't told you my sob story, as they label it.
Your sob story.
That's what they call it. I mean, I call it what
Everyone's got
happened to me. So, but they call it a sob story.
I'll be the judge of that.
Since I have nothing better to do. I grew up in Saint Denis. It was just recently until I started venturing out, going out my own. I did have a friend. I'm not really sure where she went. She started hanging out with the fishes. I think she became one of them. But it's other details. Growing up in Saint Denis, my parents weren't rich. They weren't, but they were wealthy enough to stay in the city. My daddy liked to get real drunk almost every night. Don't know why. I mean, he had a good job. Was able to support my mama and me. But he still got drunk. Just about every single night. Well, when he came home, he still drunk. He liked to beat on my mama. There's nothing I could do. I was young at the time, 10 years old. My mama would tell me, like, when this happened, when he came home, to go into my room, lay on my bed, hold my hands over my ears and hum this song she taught me. I wasn't stupid. I knew what was happening, but it helped me get through it. Well, one night he came home, just normal. I knew what was about to happen, so I went into my room, closed the door. Well, this very special night, he beat on her a little bit too hard. After he was done, he always passed out. I waited a little while, went out to check on my mom like I always did. She was laying on the ground, had blood all over her face. She was choking on it. I'd never seen it this bad before. So I ran outside, didn't even have any shoes on. Ran barefoot all the way to the sheriff's office, the same one that still stands there today. I burst through the doors, had tears running down my face. There was a man sitting behind the glass. He had his feet kicked up on the desk. He's like, "What can I do for you, little miss?" I ran up to the glass and I told him what had happened. I was wondering if he could send a doctor to my house and send a deputy as well. He looked me in the eye. You know what he told me? He was like, "Little miss, we are very stretched thin tonight. There's not a lot we can do. There's domestic abuse is pretty common in these parts as well." I begged him for help. I begged him to send a doctor. Anything to help my mama. And then he does one of the most just wouldn't even expect it from a woman. He's like, "You know what, tell you what. You ever played this game called Devil's Dice?" I shook my head no. So I tell you what, I'll teach you how to play this game. If you win, we'll send you help. We'll send a telegram up to a doctor, but we are very busy, I'm sorry. And if I win, well, we can't spare the help. I didn't understand why he was gambling my mama's life on a game. But I did get something out of it. I did learn how to play devil's dice. Well, you can probably tell how the game went.
Mm-hmm.
I lost. Yeah, I ran back. I could have ran to the doctor, but my mama was in real bad shape when I had left, and I wanted to be with her. So I came back in the house. My daddy was still passed out. She was still on the ground. This time she wasn't really making any movement or noise. I sat down beside her, held her hand, and I watched her die. Because the deputy was too lazy to spare even one person or to send any help. So that's my sob story in this whole. That's why I went after the department. Why I guess I'm not completely done, but I'm content for now.
You're going after the wrong people then.
That's what Mr. Felix Mercer told me.
You are. The marshals are separate from the department. Now, if this is back in Molly Ray's day, sure. But the marshals are very different from those times. They are not law enforcement in the same sense as a deputy. It's not a sob story. Fuck, all of us here in this godforsaken state have that kind of story or something similar.
Hmm.
But I can understand the anger. Fuck, it's why I took you. I almost lost Ellis. But like I said, I may not even hurt you. If you have your eyes set on anyone, there are a few people that are not to be touched, or I will hunt you down to the end of the state. And I will not be so kind, do you understand? My reputation is already in the trash, so I don't care if you go and tell deputies about this.
I'm not gonna go to the department.
Mm-hmm.
You think someone who hates the department goes to ask for help is.
You'd be surprised.
I would never go to them for help.
Neither
The
would
last
I.
time I did, you know.
So, are you still intending to go after the actual department after you're done being content?
I don't know. This person who talked to me, I'm not gonna share her name, really did, I guess you could say, get through to me. Which is why
Mm.
I'm not on this crusade of going after every single deputy or I just, anyone in the department really.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what you brought me all the way up here for? Just to hear my story? Why?
People typically don't do things for the shits and giggles of it, unless you're Tobias Plinth or one of the actually crazy ones. And like I said, I didn't get this idea of you when I first started talking to you, and I'm a fairly good read in character. Because, like you, I have what would be determined a sob story in which my survival depended on whether or not I went into a room and knew either I was going to need to play nice and not die, or I could be myself. And it sounds like you're very similar. But I want to understand why I was told that you both had your guns out at each other, you and Ellis, and that you came to an understanding, and yet you still took him and shot him.
I don't know what Alice told you, but I never told him to his face that we had an understanding. When we held our guns at each other at the pockets that one day, it was more of a see it soon, for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he took from that. But the whole thing, I wasn't looking to make enemies with the Colts. I know that's too late now. I don't really care. I hung around the Colts. I mean, hell, you were there. You were the one who gave me that quiz. I was around for
Mm-hmm.
those few days, and they were a very lovely group. I'm not saying what I did to Alice was right, but when you get betrayed like that, even if it's, as minuscule as what he did, I just lose all train of thought, and pure vengeance just comes up for me. And the whole thing with Will was just a coincidence. I had met him in St. Denis, like I said, and I was looking, just looking for people that might have saw him, and I told him his description. He said, "What's his name?" It's like, "Why do you want to know?" He was like, "We might be looking for the same person." So that's why I was with Will. I had no personal connection to him. It was just more, he was there to help.
So you said that you'd see. Hmm.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, there's not a lot of people that give a fuck about me in this state. For a lot of reasons. Like you said, I've been making a lot of enemies. And the reason I was doing that, I guess I'm not so much on this anymore, but I was trying to find a way. The department wasn't going to kill me, obviously. Tried twice. So you make enemies with a group that doesn't give a fuck about the law, well, maybe they'll do it for me. But I've kind of veered away from that thought, I guess. Maybe I have found a reason to want to live, but I'm still unsure. The whole reason I went on this crusade was so I could be with my mama again. So I could see her. Because you're right, this state is full of maniacs and people that are 10 times worse than me. People out there torturing people, taking chunks of skin out of their bodies, and setting people on fire just because it's fun. Why would I want to live in, a state like this, where if you go outside, there's a chance you could be kidnapped, robbed, or, worse. So that's why this whole crusade, my end goal was to. I wanted to see my mama again.
Do you believe in an afterlife?
No, I don't see myself as a very just spiritual person. My mama always did good, so I just answered the question yes. I believe you do go somewhere when you die.
And you want to see her?
I do. Eventually.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be now. The thing is that seeing your mama again, it sounds like she was a very nice woman. And she would probably go to heaven. But the shit that you've done, the pain that you've inflicted, you wouldn't get to see your mom. So if that's really your end goal, you need to fucking change your life. I'm not even a religious person. I was unfortunately brought up religious. But I know for damn sure that good people go to heaven and bad people like you and me go to hell. So here's the deal I'm going to offer you. You write a sincere letter of apology to Ellis for trying to take his fucking life, as that was way too far of an escalation of the situation. And then if you ever see him in trouble, I don't care what is happening, you step in and help him.
You want me to write an apology letter to him?
Yeah, because I think he'll shoot you on sight.
I'm not much of an apologetic person.
So you don't feel bad for almost killing him over him just turning you in for a quick buck in a world full of criminals?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yes.
After I gave Alice the will that day, I never thought anything about it since, because it was done.
That's the wrong fucking answer.
I want to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
So what was all this? Just
What was all this? I wanted to get to know you. See if you were actually worthy of letting walk out here or for you to bleed out here. But if you don't feel any remorse for what you did at all, escalating it beyond that, then fuck you, fuck your retribution. Fucking enjoy hell because you sure as shit aren't getting to your mom.
I never said I didn't feel remorse. I just said I never thought about it since.
Yeah, that you had no guilt, you had no morals in regards to that. That's no remorse.
I did have remorse. The whole reason I gave him to Will was to get him help. So yes,
No,
after
you
I
said that
shot
you were just
him,
done with him.
yeah, after I gave him the Will, so he could get help.
Mm-hmm.
We could have left him there to bleed out and die, but we didn't.
He almost did die.
So, if you want to shoot me, Miss Holt, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. Telling me not to go after marshals, being judge, jury, executioner.
Oh, no, I'm not judge, jury, and executioner. Like I said, I just wanted to know your story to understand why you were going after actually good people. I mean, you can go after the department all you fucking want. I don't give a shit about them. They turn their backs on me except for a very select few. Where I take issue with you is the fact that you attempted to murder the man that I love.
I did.
And then you continued to try to antagonize me and even said, "See you soon." Is this your idea of "see you soon"?
I was assuming I was going to see you one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
It would be my side or yours.
So you were going to come after me.
If you had threatened me, but you... I guess you got me
Well, then
first.
consider us fucking even. Maybe you'll see your mom, but I doubt it.